Hello and welcome to another episode of NSE FinWiz powered by CNBC TV 18 Season 3. Today we are at the Pune headquarters of a global technology company providing product engineering and IT consulting solutions, KPIT Technologies.
KPIT is a global technology company specializing in providing IT consulting and product engineering solutions and services to automotive, manufacturing, energy and utilities and life sciences companies. NSE FinWiz visited KPIT in Pune with the country's finest experts to advise and educate the young employees on investments and financial planning.
And we're now joined by our two very special experts. We have Nikhil Kothari, who's the Director and Chief Financial Planner at Etika Wealth Management. Welcome to the show, Nikhil. And we have Roongta, who's a CA and Certified Financial Planner with Roongta.com. Welcome to the show, Harsh. Well, our core topic for today is retirement planning. So on that note, Harsh, first basic question, retirement planning, these are young guys, 20s, 30s, why do they need to be worried? Why do they need to think about retirement planning at this stage?
Exactly. I think when people are young, okay, one, they think they're never going to die. Two, obviously, they're never going to retire. I mean, you're just too young to think of that. But I think the right time to plan for retirement is the day that you first start working. I think from that day onwards, if you start investing for your retirement or for any other goal, but definitely also for your retirement, you earmark a certain sum of money and you put it aside and invest it. I think your ability to have a retired life that will match up with whatever life that you lead during your working time, I think that possibility increases dramatically, and I think it imposes a kind of discipline on your life without having to give up spending. See, the beauty of taking apart something and investing is that once you have done that, then you can actually do guiltless spending. I think the key is to be able to do guiltless spending. You are going to be spending, do it guiltlessly.
Okay. So Nikhil, so Harsh mentioned that, you set an amount and then you go ahead and do guiltless spending. But that's the main thing. How do you set that amount? How do you decide, okay, retirement corpus is going to be X? That's it's a huge number, and that itself maybe gets people more worried than anything else.
Yeah, that's true. So the first thing what you have to know is that when you're planning for retirement, okay, the thing is that you need to find that what will be my expenses during the time when I actually retire. So I'll just give you a number. If you're spending say 75,000 rupees a month or 9 lakh rupees a year, and if you're going to retire after 30 years, to maintain this 1 year lifestyle, you need to spend 90 lakh rupees, which is 7.5 lakh rupees per month.
Okay.
So the 75,000 rupees per month today, the same thing after 30 years will be 7.5 lakh rupees per month. So you need to find out what exactly you're spending in that point of time. And if you want to maintain the same lifestyle, adjusted for inflation, how much you need to have the retirement portfolio. So today the number will look very, very huge amount. It may look like 10 crores, 15 crores, 20 crores. But that funding will be done by two main components. One is that EPF money, which is your employees cutting every month. So a lot of people, I'll say that they feel guilty or they feel bad that why employer is cutting my EPF money. But I'll say it's a blessing in disguise. The only saving which most of our youngsters have is the EPF money, because they can't withdraw that. And this EPF money is going to create a good corpus for your retirement. So it broadly accounts for 20 to 40% of the individual portfolio for the retirement. And the remaining portion which you have to plan it out. Now, because you have a long time frame, you have 30 years, 35 years for retirement, the power of compounding work for you. And by even saving a small amount of money, because of the power of compounding, you can create an enormous portfolio during your retire. So the calculation is you need to find what exactly you're going to spend, and for that how much you adjust for inflation, how much corpus you need, how much will be taken care of the EPF, and remaining portion how much I need to save every month. So you will not be able, so the number may come to say 30,000 or 40,000. You will not be able to save all 30,000 from today onwards. But as your salary increases, your investment should also increase. So start with whatever amount you can and keep on increasing your SIP as and when you can.
Okay, that's an important point. Nikhil, if you can take this question, it's by Pawan Kumar Natni, and he says, can gold be a good investment option from the retirement perspective?
So gold is not a good, as a thumb rule, gold is not a good investment option from a retirement perspective. Because first of all, gold will give only return in line with inflation. Now, how the return from what does gold look at? One is that it's a hedge against inflation, and it's a hedge against financial crisis. So, if there is any financial crisis happen, then gold helps me in terms of, in that case, no other asset class will be performing. The only asset class will perform is the gold. So, it's a hedge against inflation, hedge against financial crisis. Now, gold you can plan for your daughter's wedding because you will be going to use that gold for your daughter's wedding at that point of time, or your son's wedding. So that can be used that because you will be using it. But from retirement portfolio, because there you want to create wealth. Retirement is not that, okay, it's not a 1 year, 5 year, 10 year goal. It's a 20, 25 year goal. And you want asset class which will be able to beat inflation hands down and create a corpus, handsome portfolio for me. Gold can't give you that much return. So, in retirement, for a safety net, you have EPF, you have PPF, but for wealth creation, you need to liquid equities. But as a thumb rule, on an overall portfolio, you should have more than 5% of your overall portfolio in gold. So that's what you have to really follow it.
On that note, it's time for a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching NSE FinWiz, powered by CNBC TV 18 Season 3, and today we are at KPIT Technologies in Pune. Nikhil, you know, when we talk about personal finance, it's really important to set goals. And you've been on the show very often, and we've always spoken about setting a short-term, a long-term, and a short-term, a medium-term, and a long-term goal. But how should one start this process? Because that's where the biggest hurdle is starting. Once you start, you're moving, but to start is a big hurdle. How do you tackle that?
Okay, so to start with, I'm saying in terms of setting goals, the first and most important goal, okay, which everyone should plan it, is called contingency planning. So what is contingency planning is that at any point of time, my 6 months expenses should be in very, very liquid assets. Now we all are working. It's not days when once you join the job, we'll be there for 30 years. Now pink slip is a norm. You can get pink slip at any point of time, right? So if you're not able to go for work for 3 months because of any accident or something, or if you're fired from your job, and who will take care of EMIs? So if I look back, we started with home EMI, then we moved to refrigerators EMI, consumer durables EMI, and today we have moved to jeans EMIs. So today we are all living in the world of EMIs. So you have your EMIs there, but if you don't have a job, if you're not getting salary for next 2 months, 3 months, who will take care of EMIs, who will take care of household expenses? The first part is do your contingency planning. So once your contingency planning is done, so then you have to look at other goals. So if you're young, I'm saying 25, 24, 25, 26, another goal is your marriage. So mostly in India, our family takes care of the marriage expenses, but honeymoon expenses has to be borne by us. So that's becoming another goal, which is a short-term goal. That in 3 years I want to go for, say, Australia, I want to go to New Zealand, then I need to plan for my honeymoon. So that's becoming another goal. Then, and in India, we all because EMIs housing loan is available, you all want to buy our own house. So which is like, I want to buy after 7 years, I want to buy after 10 years. But when you buy a house, you need to pay a down payment. So how can I start making a corpus for my down payment of the house? And then comes your retirement, which are primary goals, that I will retire at some point of time. How do I make sure that I have sufficient corpus for my retirement? So these are initial goals when you're not married, when you're just starting a job. So these are primarily 4 goals which you have. Once you get married, then you will have children's, and children's education, children's marriage becomes another goal. So as your life progresses, you will have more financial liabilities. So liabilities are nothing but you not name them liability, make them as your financial goals, and start planning for that.
Harsh, we have life insurance policies, money-back policies, which guarantee that after 20 years you will get some amount of return, as well as it will promise the life insurance. So are these good from investment perspective?
Okay, so I'm the bad guy as far as insurance is concerned. I think you pick up any, money back is one example of an insurance cum investment mix policy. Okay, I'm saying forget money back. You pick up any insurance cum investment policy, whatever it is assuring you as a life assurance, you take that separately as a term insurance from the same company. Take it from the same company, whichever company you are considering. So if you are considering ABC life insurance company, take the term insurance premium for the same amount from the same company online. Now online is available from every company. Whatever premium you save now, because the premium on the money back or the investment cum insurance value is much higher. whatever premium you save, term insurance premium from the same company will be tiny. Whatever premium you save, put that into the PPF. Now that's equally safe, right? That's government scheme, equally safe. I can bet you there is not a single policy. I am making a statement, right? There won't be a single policy where despite the best returns, it will be able to beat what you will get from the PPF.
We should invest 60% of our income, 60% of the savings to be in the equities. So my question is whether we should go for mutual funds or should we directly invest into equities like stocks and all? And if directly, then what are the key things to look at?
So when you're investing in direct equity or investing through equity mutual fund, the underlying theme is you're investing in stocks. Now which route to follow? Okay. So now if you have all that, if you have knowledge that I understand the balance sheets of the companies, I can read the balance sheet of the companies, I have resources to get the data for the companies, and I have enough time to do all this analysis, then you can go and invest directly in equities. But if you don't have any one of this, either you don't have the resources, either you don't have a time, or you don't have a knowledge of it, then you can't do on your own. That's why you have to take a route of mutual funds. So I just relate the same thing to something what we call as a package atta. So if I look at what my grandmom used to do, okay, first used to go and buy grains, clean the grains, sew the grains, and then get a atta from it. But what we all do today, we all go and buy a package atta. So we all move from doing the whole process to buying a package atta. The reason being we don't have time to do all this stuff. It's a very big, it's not a convenient at all. So buying a package is far more convenient. And the most important, we don't have a knowledge. When my grandmother told me that go and buy grains, I don't know from where to buy the grains. Right? So we don't have either one of the things. So if we don't have this, we go and buy a package atta. We know that ITC is doing this job for so many years, is giving a quality atta, and it's always, I can rely on that package atta, and I go and buy it. Same thing applies in mutual funds. So what I do is that I outsource the whole job to a fund manager who is day in, day out job to evaluate stock market. He knows when to buy X stock, when to buy Y stock. So he can do a far better job than what I can do. So if you don't have knowledge, if you don't have time, if you don't have expertise, go invest in mutual funds. If you have all of this, and so then you can go and invest directly in stocks.
You're watching NSE FinWiz powered by CNBC TV 18 Season 3. It's time for a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.